Welcome to Henry's Chatterbox. Today is February the 27th, 2026. This is episode 18. And we're going to start out with let me read the intro. I'm losing my mind. Just my mind. Yeah, just my mind. Henry's Chatterbox comes to you from an outside building in my side yard in Newport Richey, Florida. We talk about life topics, something different every week. We do not talk about politics. We are not professionals. We try to keep it clean with good, wholesome chats. We discuss a specific topic every episode. My name is Henry Berner, and with me today we have same old Randy. That was him waving at you just now. Can't get anyone else to join us to make it more interesting, so we're going to give this a try for a few more weeks or so long. Anyway, a recap from episode 17. Episode 17 last month was, or last week, was a continuation of love and being in love, the difference between being in love and loving someone. And, you can tell anyone you love them, but to be in love with someone, I think there has to be a physical attraction. Anyway, that's old news. But by the way, Valentine's Day is over and the candy is on sale. I went to a store today and they had all these beautiful chocolate candy things there for half off, and they'll even go down more as time goes on.
Yeah,
so
they'll get to like 90% off.
90% off. That I've seen that happen. And I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm very proud of myself. I walked right past them and gave that chocolate.
I call lies.
No, I did walk past it.
You walked past it, gave that chocolate a giant F you, and now you're thinking about you want to go back and get some. Don't try me.
Oh, no, I'm not going to go back and get
But
any.
you're thinking about it.
Well, I can't help from thinking about it. You know, when they sell it cheap like that, it's like you're almost forced into buying it. But anyway, that's that. Today's topic is about phobias and annoying things. But before we start, I said I wanted to mention Martin Luther King's one of his quotes every day, and I love every one of his quotes. He packs a lot of information, and I think they're very powerful. And today's quote that I'm going to read is, he said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." As with all of them, what a remarkable quote. And as I said, today's topic is all about phobias and annoying things, and we all have some. Well, I don't know if we all have a phobia or not. It's debatable. But before we get started, Randy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Before we get started, Randy is going to do a bit of advertising, but let me say this. Please be aware that the advertisement you are about to hear does not necessarily express the personal views and opinions of the members of this show, of this episode. And so it's over to you, Randy.
All right, first things first is today we got Skit Trivia by Henry Berner. Skit Trivia is a great game, a great little book for you to do family game nights and stuff like that on. It has questions with answers in it. You don't have to acknowledge those questions and answers. You come up with your own. I highly recommend you do. But it's great for, let's say you got a family game night because it's storming with hurricane season coming up and you're in one of those states, or storm season come up and you're in an area where the storm's at. Great for when you have no power. Yeah, it's also great for when you just want to, waste some time. Amazing book. Flip the book around. Flip the book around. And on the back, as you saw, he has a little biography about himself on there.
No, that's directions on how to play.
I'm telling him to ignore your directions, come up through them.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, he's trying to show you the directions. Yeah, you could do it off of that, but I recommend you come up with your own rules, your own game based on it. It's a lot more fun. Make it your own. Enjoy yourself. Great for drinking games, great for college dorms, great for storms, great for everything. Go ahead and buy it at www.amazon.com/author/Henry Berner, and that's Henry Berner's code HENRYBERNER. And the next one is on me with Rumble Wallet. I've gone through this spiel countless times, so we're just going to summarize it. Why let the banks and government tell you how to spend your money, what you can do with your accounts and your money? Get a bank that lets you decide what to do with it on your own. It's your money, your family, your rights, your work, your time, your labor, your compensation. Don't let somebody turn around and just freeze it on you because of the fact they don't like what you said. All right, go to get Rumble Wallet at the App Store now today, and make it your money and yours for your family with no middleman. Remember, that's Rumble Wallet, and you can also pay your favorite contributors through the Rumble Wallet app directly with no middleman and no fees whatsoever. Now, our last one is my personal podcast, Stoner Nation Cannabis Lifestyle and Marijuana Tips. Stoner Nation Cannabis Lifestyle and Marijuana Tips is available on Rumble and every place you have your podcast at. And it just talks about current events in the cannabis world, and this month is Black History Month for it, and this week's episode is our final episode for it, and it is Bob Marley. All about Bob Marley today, and a few new laws and regulations that have passed in the cannabis world. So check us out, and that's all I got to say.
Okay, you're done. Back to me. And you know what? I make a little cue card sheet for myself before we start, and it didn't print. I typed it in on my computer, and I'm just now looking at it. So I'm going to have to kind of ad lib this a little bit. One of the things that Randy and I looked up on the Google and Siri, the difference, there is a difference between being scared or fearing something and a phobia. And Randy, do you remember the definition? A phobia is an intense,
irrational fear that causes causes harm to your livelihood because it stops you from being able to function. Now, I don't believe that, but we'll get onto that later. While fear is a rational response to an immediate danger that is life-threatening or harmful to you immediately, such as armed robbery.
but it don't matter if we get them mixed up. We're just talking.
I mean, there are some phobias that are legitimate fears based on actual information. That's why I say the phobia definition, in my opinion, is wrong.
Well, I talked to a few people and asked them about, some of the phobias or fears they had. One of them, they all had some. One of them, common one, bugs. She said, Henry, anything with bugs, I'm scared of.
Don't go to certain countries; they eat bugs.
Well,
don't go to Mexico.
She's scared of bugs.
Don't go to Mexico; they eat mealworms and cockroaches.
Yeah, and a lot of people are scared of different things. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I left my cue sheet in there. I had some good notes down, some interesting things I was going to mention. I was scared I'd do that. Let's see. One of the things that I believe it's a phobia. I am terrified of rats. If I see a rat, I'm out of there.
That's one example of a phobia that is a phobia that is 100% justified and 100% rational, so it shouldn't be labeled as a phobia based on the definition of phobia. It's called musophobia, musophobia. It literally means the fear of rats. Now, people say it's an irrational fear, but if we go back through time period of history of human history across the world, rats have been the number one cause of so many plagues that have crippled and destroyed our culture as it is. That fear is 100% rational, and thus it's not a phobia by that definition.
Now, one of the things we was posing different questions to each other, and I won't walk around my neighborhood because of dogs being running loose and coming after you, and I won't walk around any neighborhood because it's people let their dogs run loose.
That
I don't like taking the chance.
That is a true phobia, because anyone who actually knows how to handle themselves around animals know full well that the second you show fear towards the animal is when you're in danger.
Well,
you gotta show that you're the dominant one while at the same time respecting them without challenging them. There's entire YouTube videos that turn around and say, "Don't be scared of dogs. This is how you handle a dog if you're in that situation." So to be scared and come up and use that as why you don't go for a walk around the neighborhood is 100% irrational, and thus is a true phobia.
Well, I don't care what you call it. I ain't going to do it.
All you do is you turn yourself to the side while at the same time maintaining dominant posture. Don't look at them in the eye, and you stop command in tone, voice, saying, "No, go home. No, leave. No, not today. Go." You don't make any sudden hand movements
or just do like me and keep your butt home away from the dog. Or when I leave, I get in my car and drive somewhere.
Yeah, that ain't always going to keep you safe at all times.
Well, I know.
You be walking in a store and a dog would turn around and get off their leash.
I know. Now, years ago, back in days that I was traveling carnivals and around circuses and things, I wanted a picture of myself with this elephant. I think her name was Ruth. But I wanted to have my picture taken with this elephant. And I was a little nervous about getting that close to the elephant. So the guy that worked with the elephants, it was part of that circus, he went, I said, "You come up here with me." He said, "You want me in the picture?" I said, "Yes, I don't want to go up there by myself." So we went up and they took a couple of pictures of me with the elephant. But I, let's see, what was some of the other things we wrote down in here that people scared of?
Salophobia, which is a fear of open water.
Yeah.
You got aerophobia, which is a fear of flying.
I don't say I would have a phobia of flying, but I'm a little nervous when I get on that plane. And I try to avoid flying a lot. Now I have a friend that has a phobia of elevators. I don't have a phobia of elevators, but I prefer to use the stairs. I'm more comfortable. I have a what's the word I'm looking for? I have a healthy respect or attitude toward libraries. Or reality thing with libraries. I mean elevators.
We have a couple of viewers on one of our live streams right now. One's named Chili Dog, and one's name, they call me Michaela. They both brought up fears that they wanted to mention.
Okay, well,
one is a fear of bats.
Oh, the fear of bats. And I'm with you on that.
Chili's dog's name is actually Kara, by the way. Hi, Kara. And yeah, bats are definitely scary.
I'd be terrified of bats.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Bats, they certain species of bats I will run from in a heartbeat. Like those African fruit bats are the size of humans, small children. No.
And that was thank you, Carrie. You said for
Kara.
Thank you, Kara, for that. Can they see me or just hear?
Oh, they can hear us. I gotta move over here next time we do this because, in fact, I can't exactly see the chat very well.
Okay, well now what's the other one? You said there was a couple of them.
I couldn't see the other one because the other one got fear of cancer.
Fear of cancer.
I'm just based on what she says. She says she has anaplastic thyroid cancer and is spreading to her bone marrow. She's scared of dying from it. That's a legitimate fear.
Yeah, sure it is. You know, when you think about it, we have a lot of things to be scared of. I don't know if I'm alone on this or if maybe a lot of you can relate to it. If my phone rings, I get a little tense. Who is that? Is it a bill collector?
Well, let's get back to her fear real fast.
What fear is that?
The fear of dying.
Oh, the fear of dying. Now, I recently went through, well, it's been almost a year
She
now.
said she's more afraid of the fact that when she dies, she'll disappear into nothingness. And there's actually legitimate reason behind that fear, but I got a piece of advice for her on that one. I got a piece of advice because that's a fear a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And there's actually a way to overcome that fear, and that is living a life that you would feel comfortable with people remembering you with. Like, I live my life not to impress people. Like, if people are impressed by me, then that's okay. But I'm more into leaving a legacy that would change the people around me for the better. So I want to be remembered for being me and helping people. So when I die, I don't disappear into nothingness because I'm on somebody's memory. I'm on somebody's heart.
Your legacy is there, but
like
I think that is.
Here's an example. My first stepfather, he was 11. I was 11 years old when he died.
Uh-huh.
I was in the hospice room for him with him.
Yeah.
I'm 34 now, turning 35. What that man did for me in those 11 years of his life, despite what everyone else in the family talks about that man about, and the stuff I found out about that man, he's always going to hold a place in my heart, and I'm going to teach my kids about him. I'm going to teach my grandkids about him. I'm going to make sure they teach them about him because I'm not going to let him disappear in nothingness because he did help raise me 11 years of my life.
Yeah.
And he did change my life a lot for me. Like, he bought me a lot of stuff. He sent me with a college fund and a lot of this other stuff. And he died of a brain bleed caused by COPD. My second stepfather, he raised me from the time I was 7 to the time I was 18 until I was 18 and moved out. He died of small cell lung cancer. And he was a tree trimmer for 40 years, and a lot of stuff he did as a tree trimmer actually turned into safety regulations by OSHA for tree trimming. So he influenced tree trimming world too majorly. I mean, what it is you just gotta find out what you're like. Some people, they do crafts and stuff like that. Some people write books.
Right, but every
find what makes you want people to remember you for, and then you won't disappear in nothingness because you'll always be in somebody's heart and mind for generations. Like Charlie Dickens.
Yeah, but
Edgar Allan Poe.
Right, there's a lot of that, but they don't know it. The ones that died, they don't know it.
No, they don't know nothing about it. They don't know that what they did eventually transcended, but they did it because they wanted to do it and were hoping that it would transcend.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, but I don't think that. I mean, the fear. Maybe we should do a special one on the fear of leaving this world because nobody
knows what happens when you die.
I haven't talked to anyone that's experienced it. I'll put it that way.
I've died 3 times. I can't tell you what happens.
Now, some of the fears.
And you're welcome, Kara. She said, "Thank you for that advice."
Oh, okay. Sometimes, gosh, I can't believe I left my cue in there. At
least you got your script. I don't got mine.
We might do this segment again next week, and you better watch again. Don't scare me. No, watch again. It'll be better. I have my cue sheet, and we're getting
I got
a tiny bit better every week. Fear phone calls.
Conversation here. You go on what you're doing. I'm going to give her a better idea because she wants to turn herself.
Wait, how are we going to do that?
I'm talking to her. I'll talk low.
We'll be talking over each other.
I'll talk low. I got this.
Aren't you on here as well as there?
Don't go over here. Don't hear me a little bit. I got this. Don't worry.
Well, let's not change the whole thing. Is it...
when you have live viewers talking, you got to focus on them.
Well, yeah, we can do that, but let's do that then.
I was going to say, rather than turn yourself into ashes, turn yourself into a rose tree, turn yourself into a tree of 40 fruits. Or a diamond. And thank you for the heart. Or a diamond, guy. Or a
Now,
diamond.
who
Diamonds
is?
last forever. This is Kara. She said when she dies, she's going to be turned into a
Oh,
rose bush.
okay. I
I
thought
said
we.
do a tree of 40 so that way your family can turn around and get fruits and always have
I
it. Always
thought we
remember you.
finished. But if you want, call her after the
I can't call her.
episode.
This is live. This is what happens when you're
I
live.
know, but
you got to talk to them in the
You
moment.
can give them your phone number.
You got to talk to them in the moment. I know you're
I
inexperienced.
understand.
I know
that.
you're inexperienced. We're talking to, but listen to somebody who's a
Knock it
professional.
off.
I'm not. No, I'm not knocking off.
I was scared he would do this.
Scared that somebody more experienced is going to do what more experienced people do.
Let's wrap it up.
Anyway, you go back to what you were doing.
We're going to. We can't have two things going on at once.
Just focus on what you were doing, Henry.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this session up. Maybe next week we can do better. We'll get on this. I have my cue sheets.
God.
Everybody have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week. Have a good week. Make sure you check in next Friday. Thanks.